Hey guys, what's going on? It's Friday. I say that like it has some kind of meaning to me. It's more my Tuesday. So this will be a short day because I worked last night and I work again tonight, so I don't come over here and work or anything. I need to go over. I'm heading over to Connersville now, pay the contractor that you guys met. He got in, knocked that drywall out. I haven't seen the finished product, but I saw the finished ceilings. They looked awesome. I saw he had one more coat, I think, to put on the bathroom. So we're going to go check that out first, of course, before we pay him. But we'll definitely try to keep this one. He got in, knocked it out. Looks like he does pretty good work. So if you find good contractors, get them paid, keep them happy, because they're hard to find. Basically we're kind of winding down now that I'm into Friday. Saturday's my transition day at the railroad, my side gig. So I pretty much work all day. I transition from third into second. So tomorrow I probably won't even make a video unless, something happens significant. And hopefully that's not the case. But just kind of, a recap. We did some work at Iowa Street. You were with me for most of that. We got to tour a few properties. The duplex, like I said, it ended up going for, I think, 81 to 85. Last I saw it was 81,000, so somewhere right in there. I would have gave maybe 65 for it. It was in bad shape. It needed completely gutted on both sides, all new flooring, all new kitchens, all new bathrooms. I mean, everything. Electrical and plumbing is probably about the only thing that could stay. Needed a new roof. I looked at it when I saw the price. We're not going to bid on that. The house auction, you saw on day, what was that, 3? A couple days ago. Went for a little bit more than, I expected it to go for, and quite a bit more than I was willing to pay, so we didn't get that one. Then we got just the call on that one house that I met Larry, my stepdad, over at. We walked through. We were going to do a second walkthrough because the kid called and he was like, hey, I want to get rid of this. I'm done, So we were going to go look at it again today and give him a solid offer. And we got a call just a couple hours ago, and he said that he got a solid offer and, ended up selling it. So I wasn't terribly excited about that one. To make it a 3-bedroom, which, most people, even if you don't have kids, most people, when they go look at a house, they like at least that 3rd bedroom. Not that 2 bedrooms don't sell, they do. If you can get them for the right price, by all means. Numbers make sense, they make dollars. Buy it. I wasn't too excited on this one. Our biggest thing is we were just going to go in and fix things that were wrong, put a new kitchen in, new bathroom, so it just would have been a 2-bedroom, a nice 2-bedroom, but I'm never real keen on jumping on 2-bedroom deals. Maybe next week I'll keep making videos. Definitely when we find a good deal and we actually get a deal, I'll make a video on that and walk through and do all that fun stuff. Also, I haven't really talked about numbers. If you want to see numbers, let me know. I'll run numbers on anything you want. Whether it be past deals, my apartment building, or, Iowa, you've seen a lot of it. I'm getting ready to refinance it. It's what's called the BRRRR method, which is buy, renovate, rent, refinance. So basically, what I bought it for and the money that I put in it, I'm pulling all that money out, so I'll be in it at almost net zero. I'll probably end up with fees and everything, maybe having $2,500, $3,000. But if you want to see the numbers, it should cash flow around $250 to $300 a month. The most important number to me, now it might not be to you, the most important number to me is cash on cash return. So in that particular deal, the cash on cash is 30%. So hey, I'm all over that. That's fantastic. You may have the IRR, the internal rate of return might be more important. The one thing I'm not like the leading expert in this by any means, But the one thing I would suggest, and if you're watching you, and you should watch YouTube, watch people doing what you want to do. Follow them, because they've been there, they've done that, do what they've done. And if they invest for appreciation, man, and they got that metric down and you want to follow that, hey, all means. My suggestion is not, appreciation is a give me in real estate. It's going to happen, period. You might lose money next year. You know, something might happen, a recession, who knows. In 5 years, you might lose money. But over time, if you keep your real estate, appreciation is a give me. It's going to happen. It's period. So that's why I don't invest for appreciation. Appreciation is just that extra bonus. I invest for cash flow only. If the numbers don't make sense, where the cash flow doesn't make dollars, I'm not doing it. And that's where I lowball people. That, you know, where my numbers come in, I try to make around $200 a door. If I don't, you know, I'll have that number, here's what I offer. They said, no, I want this. No. You know, I'm at 175 a door at that point. Don't work for me. Move on. No big deal. You got to do what makes sense and what works best for you. So, but that's where we're at. I'll turn you on when I pay the contractor, you know, any interactions I kind of have over here, but going to be a short day today. So we'll pick it back up. I might do a little on Sunday before I go in to the railroad. It just depends what's going on. Oh, I did want to say, we did have a thing last night about 4 a.m. One of my tenants called. In our apartment buildings, we have drop ceiling. You just kind of have to in that sort of building. You put drywall up, it just causes, you're going to be constantly cutting stuff out. Any kind of leak or anything, it's just better with it. I just kept the drop ceiling, I just made it nice. And anyways, we had, the wind was blowing real hard and everything, and I don't know if someone was kind of romping around, but some of the old plaster that was up above the drop ceiling had rattled loose a little and fell, and luckily just in a corner. He sent me a picture. You know, since I was at work, I was awake and I got it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, hopefully no one got hurt. Luckily, nothing happened. You know, it wasn't that big of a deal. But just kind of to give you an idea of kind of weird shit that you may deal with here and there. You know, Rob, manager, he had to go over and, you know, he cleaned everything up, replaced the tiles and everything, checked everything, make sure nothing else was going to fall. I did call Connorsville to get my money back on the sewer tap for First Street. I want to tell you a little bit on that story too. I'll run you through that. So I bought the house, got the water turned on in my name. It's actually 2 houses together. There's 1 meter. And, you know, started paying the bill because since it's 1 meter, I just charge back the tenants, at least on one side, the other side's HUD. So when I started paying the bill, and the guy who sold it to me, he didn't tell me because he didn't know. And I believe him. He's a really nice, honest guy. He was like, you know, when I asked him. But anyways, so, you know, we were paying the water bill, and sewer, trash, water's all in that bill. So you don't think, and it's right in the middle of town, right? It's not like it's on the edge of town. No, it's pretty well smack dab right off the main drag road, you know, center of town. So we tenants that we inherited, they ended up moving out. They last about 6 months or so, and then they ended up leaving. And they had a shed in the back that was in ugly shape, and I'd been wanting to tear it down for a while. So since they moved out, I tore it down. In the process of tearing it down, we found this hole that evolved. It was a small hole. We came back the next day, it was a large hole. So, you know, my, of course, initial thought was, oh my gosh, if a little one falls in this, I don't know how deep it is. We got to get this, you know, filled in. So I called my landscaper. I said, hey man, bring some gravel over, fill this thing in, and top it off with dirt so we can plant grass. He calls me and he says, man, this thing is deep. You know, we put a lot of gravel and stuff in it, and it stinks. So that's kind of weird, but I said, it's full? He said, yeah. All right. Well, then I start getting calls. Hey, you know, the toilet's not going down, or it's going down real slow. And I said, well, you know, call Pals, our local plumbing. I said, you might have clogged your toilet. You know, that's on you. You know, you live in a house. If you clog the toilet, that's on you. Well, they got to investigating, that hole we filled in was a septic. Septic. And it was still in use. The owner that's owned the house for over 20 years had no idea. So then, of course, we had to get the city involved. Why wasn't there ever a tap put in? You know, no one knew anything, of course. You know, it's been like this, you know, taps were put in years and years and years ago. So they came out, kind of ran some stuff. And again, you know how cities are, government. They don't get in a hurry for you. You can call them, you're just going to bug them, and it's probably going to make it worse. You just got to kind of let them do their thing. I let them know there's people living here, they got plumbing. They did, you know, dig it out, but the old septic enough where it kind of flowed through and leached through the gravel that was put in there. It's kind of a gross deal, but it worked temporarily. So they come out. Long story short, right behind the septic we found a clean out. There was a pipe there. The reason they never had any trouble, like with the leach field or anything, is that septic was actually overfilling or leaching or whatever you want to say into that pipe that went into the city's sewer. So I paid them $1,000. They're going to put in a tap, and then they found this, and all the fix was running about a 4 or 5 foot section from my house's pipes to the sewer's pipes that kind of bypass that sewer or the septic, and good to go. So it's all hooked up. Everybody's happy. Their turds are floating downstream. And I called Connersville and I said, hey, you know, I want my money back. You guys didn't put in the tap. Of course, supervisor's in a meeting, and I have to get a call back. I don't know why they would try to hold my money. You never know, but I'll keep you guys updated on it. But you know, we'll see what happens. So, but anyways, you know, I wanted to go that. I didn't make it up to Cambridge. I'll try to post some pictures. You know, since we didn't get to do a walkthrough, it's for sale right now, so you can get on Realtor.com and I can kind of show you. But I'm just too busy. I didn't get up to Cambridge to kind of walk through that or anything. But anything, you know, you guys watch these. I'm not doing this to make money. I could care less. Just, you know, hope someone learns something from it, and it's fun for me to do this because I love real estate. So if I get to make videos on real estate, then I'm good. That, you know, that pleases me. So anything you guys want to see, like, hey, you know, I want to see more of the banking side. I want to see more of the tearing shit apart side or walkthroughs, or let me know. You know, I'll make those videos. I'll put this on. I'll wear the camera as much as I can. If you want to see more repairs, you know, more like I did kind of cut the thing off when I was fixing that drain, you know, putting the plumber's putty on and stuff. You know, I don't know how much you guys would actually want to see that anyway. So let me know, leave me a comment, and I'll make all that content. So I'll put you back on when we get up here to pay the contractor. So see you then. All right, back at Iowa. Oh, can't see my secret code. All right, I'm gonna see the ceilings that he popped there. I saw those the other day, so I already had a good feeling on the work he did on those, but very nice. I mean, he didn't get it all over the trim, he didn't get it all over the floor. So did fantastic work there. There's a flooring we delivered, dropped off. You guys get to meet Uncle Bob, who's awesome. He does a lot of my flooring. Yep. They took the light down so they could finish this. I don't know how much light we can kind of get in here. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but yeah, fantastic. He did a great job putting that in. I mean, you can tell it's a real even line all the way up. Said he used that like Durabond to really set the tub. Yeah, I am very, very pleased. There he is. What's up?
What's going on?
That was quick.
I didn't realize you worked last night or over to bother.
No, you text me whenever you want, man, because my schedule's so messed up, you'll never know when I'm working.
They look good?
Looks awesome. Yeah, I saw the ceiling yesterday. But yeah, that looks great. That little corner that we had to deal with, yeah, great.
Turned out pretty good.
I will definitely get with you. We had another house that needed quite a bit of drywall repairs and stuff.
Yeah.
But it ended up selling this morning. Someone else came in and gave them a pretty good offer. But we will definitely get with you. I know Dad got with you on Liberty, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, we went over yesterday. We was waiting on this to dry a little bit more. And we thought, well, we'll ride up there and look at that real quick. And
yeah,
we'll figure him up a price.
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
To get back towards the house. And
well, he was here too when he helped me unload that flooring, and he was impressed too. So hell yeah, that's great. It looks really good. So
this one in here is just taking a little longer to dry, but out here it's just where it's a little,
Yeah, it'll be all right. I mean,
outside too, and we're full. So.
Yeah, no one's moving in till the 1st, so it's still got. It'll be plenty dry.
Yeah, it helped the looks of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. The old guy that I used before, he was good at stomping, but he'd get shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So when I walked in, I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we've done a bunch of it, and you learn, when we first started doing that, it was, you come out there just covered.
Messy, yeah.
And once I learned to mix the mud, the right consistency and stuff, it's a little different.
A lot better.
Then you learn to keep it out in front of you.
Yeah, keep it out of your face and stuff, yeah. So is it just you and your boy, or do you have other people?
Yeah, I got another guy too, and I got actually another guy, but he's doing work in Ohio right now for his brother-in-law. He needed a hand over there for a little bit, and we were kind of, running low on work, so he went over there for a little bit. But yeah, generally there's 4 of us.
Well, I will keep you as busy as I can. So like if I got a house and say it needed pretty well everything. I know you said plumbing and electrical you don't like to mess with.
Yeah.
But like anything else, putting in windows, doing the kitchen, like hanging cabinets, bathtubs, setting all that shit, are you guys, you can handle all that?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we installed doors, siding, windows.
Okay, doors. Siding too, okay.
Siding.
Roofing? You do any roof?
We try to stay away from the roof.
That's fine.
It's something simple like a metal roof or something simple.
I do have
get in overhead on the thing, but.
There's a Amish guy I met. His name's Ruben. He's from Connersville.
Yeah.
Hell of a roofer, great prices, and he's quick. So that's no big deal,
Yeah.
And if you ever need, do you know him? That name? Well, if you ever need, get with me. I'll get you his number. If you ever want to just knock one out, don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, we always run across them. People call and wanting roofs and stuff. And if it's something simple, we'll do it. But it's just not really.
I did roofing one summer. Never again. Oh my God. And it didn't help. It was like July, August.
Yeah, we did a lot of little metal roofs. We like the metal.
Yeah.
If they want a little metal roof, we'll tackle them, no problem. But,
yeah. That sounds.
Some bigger 2 stories and stuff. We just.
Yeah. Well, the equipment. Like having them big lift up dump trailers and shit. That stuff's expensive. So unless you're going to do it full time, it's not worth buying them.
We bid a inside metal job for a garage one time. I told the guys I probably won't be able to compete with the Amish. They do it every day.
Yeah, they come in and just.
Well, give me a bid on it. I said okay, so I did. And then like 3 or 4 days later, I seen the Amish going back stopping there, and I'm like, I need to get that one.
Yeah,
So he's like, man, you were right. And I said,
they come in with that one up in Cambridge. I can't remember the price. I'd lie to you if I told you. It was just like a ranch 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
It was a really good price. They came in with like 5 guys and 2 days done. So I was like, yeah, and that was the thing too. They didn't leave scrap and shit all over the yard. It was all stacked nicely. But yeah, definitely a project. If you can handle a project, I got a dump trailer. So, if it involves that, I can always bring my dump trailer and park it. You guys can use it when you're on project. And
that definitely helps.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The trash that accumulates in just a little bit of time.
Yes.
Where does it come from,
Yep.
But yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah, I got that one.
We've flipped a lot of houses.
Yeah.
You know?
I got that one for a good price, and I've had people, what do you take for it? I'm like, if you'd have done it like a month after I got it, I probably would have sold it, but now, ain't no freaking way. No. That is the best tool.
Spot a new one. It's a littler one, though. I think it's a 12-footer.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know if I ever use it. And every time I see him, he's got stuff in it.
Yeah.
You're using it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Well, it's amazing to shit at the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, just throw it in the trailer.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll take it off.
So.
Makes it easy.
Yes. Also, I want to tell you too, I know you said your dad owns rentals and stuff. Are you in with him, or is it mainly just him?
Just him mainly. Yeah. I help him out do all, the work and stuff for him usually. But
if he ever decides he's done and, you don't want to mess with him or however it works, let me know. I can, like I said, I bought out Donnie Lynch. Right. I don't mind buying single family homes, but I'm trying to buy more like portfolios as people retire or whatever. So if he ever decides to sell, definitely let me know. I'd be interested.
All right.
So
I'll let him know.
All righty.
Yeah, he's got a few out there still, he's holding on to.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are right around him there and stuff, but I think he just buys them if he can, so they'll buy them, move next door or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I want the whole block. I'm
like,
okay, well.
Hey, the best way to do it.
Keep chipping at it,
The best way to do it too is if he doesn't need the money or anything, is when he passes away, if he gives them to you, it's all tax free and everything resets, and
that's pretty he's got it set up.
Yeah, good. I mean, that's what I've told my kids. I said, as long as nothing crazy changes, I'll give it to you one day. You'll get it at current value, then you sell it, because then you don't pay taxes and you put it into something else bigger and keep rolling. Hopefully,
as long as that's a family thing.
Yes,
that's the way that works.
Yep. Yeah, because if he was to sell it, he's got to pay all the capital gains. If he paid $20,000 for it 50 years ago and it sells for 100, he's got to plus all the write-off. He's paying a lot. But when you inherit it, you get it at today's value. So if you sell it at today's value, you're net zero. So that's what
we talked about that a lot, and he told me that's the way he kind of had it set up.
Awesome. Yeah.
Which I got 2 other brothers, but that's kind of how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And my oldest brother, he lives in Columbus, Ohio, and he flips houses and stuff. He does a real estate business. Mm-hmm. So we used to work here and then go over there on weekends and work for him and come back and forth. It's crazy. But
I wish I was, I don't want to say I'm not brave enough. I just wish I had more time to get familiar with like suburbs of Cincy. I would definitely move over there and start buying stuff, but I stay so busy every time I'm like, something pops up. Yeah, I don't have time to go over there.
I got a cousin in Mason, Ohio. They do, they flip houses and stuff.
Mason's nice too.
She's always calling me saying, hey, we got a project for you if you want to come over here and do it. I'm like, it's so far over there.
Yeah.
I said, Mariah, I would have to have double what, I would get here. And she goes, that's no problem.
Yeah, well,
we're family. I want you to come up here and do it. Make good money.
Well, they probably pay people over there in the city too.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably not.
Even years ago, we'd go over there and work, build decks or whatever for them. Mm-hmm. Just little stuff, nothing, no full houses or anything. But we'd build her a deck or put doors in or window, whatever, and we could do it a weekend.
Yeah.
And she would, 2 guys, me and my brother, we could make $1,000, $1,500 a piece for a weekend.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I worked for a union back then. I'd work 40 hours a week, and then on the weekends I'd go over there and work. So
Yep.
I was in the union for almost 20 years.
Which one?
The union carpentry.
Carpentry, okay.
Out of Indy.
That's the, I listen to a lot of guys that do real estate, like on podcasts and stuff, and every one of them will tell you that trade, carpentry and HVAC and plumbing, that's the new millionaires coming.
Oh yeah, it is.
AI will never take that.
Right.
They might make things easier, never take it. Amazon can't take it,
My brother still runs work for the company I worked for years ago. He runs work for them and stuff. They're building a new Eli Lilly up there in Lebanon.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So he's running that job.
Yeah.
And, got 60, 80 guys he's trying to deal with and stuff. But now they took a job downtown Indy. I guess they're building a new hotel, something downtown.
Oh, if
big,
it's real big one?
15-story.
Oh, okay.
It ain't huge, but
They're building that one downtown. It's the biggest hotel in Indiana. It is
Yeah,
massive. It's like 100 stories or something.
Yeah. I'm sure they got a bid, and that might have been, he was telling me last night, he said they put a bid in on one, and if they do, they would have to have 500 guys there at all times.
Might be them, yeah.
That's probably it.
It's, I know like a lot of the structure seemed like when I was there last, which was 6 months ago, was getting pretty close to done. So maybe going in, and is that what he would be doing, is kind of going in and doing all that stuff?
Still framing, interior work and drywall.
So might be that one then.
Yep, might be.
It's crazy.
All right, well, keep God left you them boys.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Be dad.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll put it in my system. So.
All right, man.
I'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
All right, guys, good deal. We'll keep him busy, especially now that I know everything he can do. I'll give him whole projects because my goal is for sure to wind down. I don't mind handling a little maintenance and stuff, but doing these houses with working full time, something's got to give. Either the side gig's got to go, the guaranteed, which with kids, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure a lot of you know, with kids, when you have great insurance, it's very, very hard. Even if you're making more money outside of your job, that insurance is worth 3 times your pay, depending on how good it is. So, but anyways, now that I know, he can do this and do that, he can have the projects, because I'm definitely going to start winding down on doing a bunch of the work myself. So, all right. Well, anyways, probably run up the summit. No one's going to be there. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough, so I don't think I'll turn you on. But that's probably about it for the day. So this is usually how Thursday go. Luckily, if I'm lucky, this is how Thursday go. Nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. Just some walk arounds. I'll probably finish my drive-bys. I did a lot of those the other day. Remember, boots on the ground. You got to be looking at your properties. Every month, I look at them more than every month. I'll drive by them all the time, but at least every month, if you can't get there, get someone who can. But so I'll probably finish those and then head back home, get some dinner, do a little rest, and head back to the side gig. So probably won't make a video tomorrow, so I might see you Sunday. If not, this may be the last video for the kind of week of what I do. So we'll see you. All right, guys, wanted to make a quick video since it's Sunday, end of the week. So that was pretty typical. Honestly, wasn't too chaotic. I've had them a lot worse. But getting to do some walkthroughs and going to an auction, that's not very typical. So that was cool to be able to film everything through that. I didn't make a video yesterday because, like I said, that's my transition day. I literally get home at 7 a.m. and I have to be back at work at 4, and it's an hour drive home and an hour drive there. So I'm literally home for 8 hours. So usually I just check emails, check social media for application requests, things like that, and then that's it. Today, every once in a while, if need be, I'll run over and do something, depending on if there's a maintenance request or something like that. Today I'm actually going into work late. It's 4. I usually have to be there by 3, but my youngest son had basketball, so I took off a couple hours to go to that. I did put a vanity together, so I tried a new, instead of going to Menards or Lowe's or something and getting a vanity, I ordered one offline because I got a really good price on it, and it came disassembled. So after basketball, when I got home, I did put that together. That's for Iowa. So probably won't film as much next week. This week was more just as much as I could show, what I do and going through my kind of weekly thing. But anything that comes up that I think, oh, this would be cool to put on film or whatever, I'll definitely get the camera out for it. So I'm hoping Iowa tomorrow. Bob will be there. He'll be doing the floor. Cody, my oldest son, he's over there right now finishing up. He's painting all the doors. He painted the bathroom that you saw got drywalled. Painting the ceiling in there. Painting the graffiti wall down in the basement. So by the end of next week, Iowa should be done. That'll be another project out of the way. We'll be down to one, the gosh damn nightmare house. and it's really looking good. I think it's, I can see the light finally, where it's been dark as could fucking be. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, just kind of wanted to go through. You know, if you're thinking about buying real estate and you're hesitant on the trigger, pull the trigger. Make sure the numbers work. If it makes sense, it makes dollars. But pull the trigger, do it. I'm telling you. Before I got on at the railroad, and don't get me wrong, the railroad's a great job. You know, pays me very well. Did a lot for my family. But that's all it was going to do, is just be a great job, and that's fine. I'm not dogging anybody who just wants to work at a really good job and retire. That's fantastic. If that's your MO, then do it. But if you want something more, if you want something passive, if you want something when you get to retirement and you don't have to rely on Social Security, because I'm telling you, if you're my age, it's not going to be there. If you have a pension, that's great. You know, hopefully it'll be there. You never know. Pensions aren't guaranteed. But I'm telling you, if you're thinking about it and you've been doing research, pull the trigger, take the risk. If you don't take the risk, you're going to work for someone your entire life that did take the risk. So, real estate changed my life. I went from broke, poor as could be, as grocery shopping at my parents' house because I didn't have money to go to the grocery store, to the railroad where I was actually able to have a little money and save a little money. And then from saving a little money, I went into real estate to where now my life's completely changed because of it. So if you're hesitant on it, pull the trigger, do it, take the risk. Give it, at least do one. Buy you a duplex, buy you a fourplex, single family. Put someone in it, manage it, work on it a little bit. After a year, you decide, you know what, this ain't for me. Sell the house. In fact, call me and sell it to me. I'll buy it. But anyways, I will go deeper into when I actually buy a place. I'll take you along and we'll go through the buying process and talking with the bank. I'm redoing I am doing the loan on Iowa. I've already negotiated that with the bank. Negotiate the rates. Just because they come out and say, 8%, that doesn't mean it's 8%. Say, listen, get me closer to 7. How close can we get to 7? If they don't work with you, go to another bank. I mean, don't just feel like you're locked in one thing. It's the same as contractors. It's the same with anything you do. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Get other rates. Compare. Make the numbers work. If you can't make the numbers work, move on to a new deal. Don't do that deal. But there's my son now. It looks like he's FaceTiming me, so I'm guessing he's going to show me what he's got done at Iowa. So with that, I'll see you some next week, and I'll pull you in on closings and stuff like that. See you then.